it's Desire here, and I am a Nigerian pharmacist currently studying the European Master in Translational Cosmetic and Dermatological Sciences. I talk a lot about skincare, as you will see in this video, which is a comparative analysis review of two of my favorite, most affordable Asian, actually specifically Japanese sunscreens. These two, if you know anything about like the skincare industry, you will see them a lot. So I'm just here to give you my take, my experience as someone who has used both of them for months, so that you can make a decision if you're looking for a good sunscreen that will not break the bank. First off, we have the Skin Aqua UV Super Moisture Gel SPF 50 PA Quadruple Plus, and we have the Nivea Super Water Gel SPF 50 PA Triple Plus. My skin type is combination. I have used both sunscreens in hot Lagos, which is home, and I'm using them currently in Italy, which is relatively cold right now, and I even used it when it was colder. First of all, let us talk about what these two sunscreens have in common. Both of them are Japanese sunscreens. They are sunscreens that have organic or chemical UV filters. These sunscreens also are quite affordable and are big sized. This is the 140 gram size of the Skin Aqua, and this is the 160 grams of the Nivea. The Skin Aqua also comes in a 110 gram bottle, and the Nivea comes in an 80 gram and 140 gram bottle before this big sized 160 gram. So overall, the sizes are quite big when you compare them to Western sunscreens. These sunscreens contain simple alcohols like ethanol, and between the both of them, they also contain butylene glycol, dipropylene glycol, I believe, and a few others. And that is not bad. Simple alcohols are not bad, contrary to what has been said, at least not inherently. These simple alcohols can be great for penetration enhancement in skincare products. They could also help with, just helping with the texture and the viscosity of these sunscreens. That is why, for example, you see these two sunscreens have such a light milk fluid texture, or at least it's one of the reasons, not the sole reason, but it's one of the reasons. That is why if you see another Western fluid that has that milky texture, you also would probably see a simple alcohol. For example, one of my favorites, the La Roche-Posay Shaka Fluid SPF 50, that also has alcohol as one of the first ingredients, and that's not a bad thing, not inherently, like I said. However, if you're sensitive to these alcohols, that may be a bad thing. But then everybody, or most people, have something they are sensitive to, so it is not about the alcohol. It is more about people's skin and also the formulation of whatever product that this alcohol is found in. These alcohol also act as a solvent. They also help with texture enhancement, and in some cases they could have preservative properties, among other functions. Also remember that for the most part, skincare ingredients don't just perform one function in a product. Sometimes they could perform multiple functions, so that is something to bear in mind. Now back to the sunscreen. These two sunscreens contain similar UV filters. For the Nivea, it contains Uvinol T150, Uvinol A+, and octinoxate. And the Skin Aqua contains all these three in addition to Tinosorb S. As you can see, most of these sun filters are new filters that are available in most parts of the world except the US, where it has not yet been approved by the FDA when last I checked. These are newer filters. They're supposed to be more photostable. Basically, they're supposed to withstand light better. Now, just because Skin Aqua contains more numbers of UV filters does not mean that it has better protection because of that. Sunscreen formulation is a much more complex process that even I don't fully understand yet than just putting a bunch of numbers together, because if it were, we would have much more amazing sunscreens readily available. But it is not that simple. It's a very complex process. This Nivea and Skin Aqua sunscreens have very similar price ranges. As of 2022, I know that this costs between 8,000 naira to about 9,500 naira on the average. You can find it for slightly cheaper or more expensive, and on the Starvana, this costs about 18 euros or something last time I checked. So that is a very good price considering that you're getting this huge size. While the Skin Aqua SPF 50, you can get it from 7,500 naira to about 9,000 naira. This is 140 grams. You can also get it for cheaper or a bit more expensive. On Starvana, the last time I bought this, it was 14 euros. Considering that this is smaller, you can tell that both of them have very similar prices. So I've not applied sunscreen because I want to show you what this looks like. So let's get to the application.
Both sunscreens have a lightweight texture when you apply them on your skin, but the Nivea definitely is more lightweight just right off the bat. However, when applied, both of them do spread very easily on the skin, but the Skin Aqua definitely spreads more easily than the Nivea. The Nivea takes about 2 minutes to blend totally into the skin, and the Skin Aqua takes about 1 minute and 30 seconds estimated. However, both of them blend seamlessly without leaving any white cast. If you don't want to take too much time in blending, you could just put them on your skin after a few seconds and you leave it to just sort of blend itself out. Do not forget to apply sunscreen on your neck, and both of them leave a very nice zero white cast finish.
So, personal preference, I prefer the Skin Aqua. I love the Nivea too. I think these are definitely in my top 5 sunscreens of all time, but I prefer the Skin Aqua, and number one is because it just offers slightly more protection because of the additional, PA plus. Usually when it's hotter, I prefer the Skin Aqua because it leaves a more matte finish but still leaves a beautiful glow. However, in colder times, I definitely prefer the Nivea because it is slightly dewy, not ultra dewy, but slightly dewy. For both sunscreens, I would say if you layer just a few products beneath them, you wouldn't get any form of like super dewiness. But if you don't, you may get a lot of dewiness from the Nivea because it does have a dewy sort of finish. Both sunscreens are not greasy, both sunscreens are not heavy on the skin. However, both of them have such a strong alcohol smell that if you know that you are quite sensitive to that or you just hate the smell, then these sunscreens may not be for you. However, at the price point and at the finish that they give and at the fact that they're just so easy and pleasant to use, I wouldn't recommend the sunscreen for much drier skin types, especially if you're living in a colder region. However, if you live in a hot place like Lagos, you would like the Skin Aqua, and if you like a slightly dewy finish, even though you live in a hot place, you would definitely also like the Nivea. However, if this product does not work for you, I'm really sorry about that, but that does not make any of these products or even most products that are being portrayed as bad inherently bad. They just do not work for you, and that is perfectly fine because there will definitely be another product that will work for you. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you would like to know a bit more about sunscreens or if you would like to see other comparison videos, let me know what products you want to see compared. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day.